And good day again there, PvPN and guests there. Well, we're taking a bit of a break there. We now bloody awfuls playoffs. It's continuing on. We'll get back to that promptly tomorrow there. We will try and cover what looks like the last two of the final 8 games going on there. One of them, at least I've been heard, is one hell of a crazy result. And the other one's still not decided yet, so we're waiting on that one. So let's get out there to AD Invitational action. Alright, enough of that. Alright, thank you, Coach Spalletti, of course, guest refereeing for today. At least that's the theory anyway. Nope, it's not Williams. I checked the card. It's not Williams today. Fun fact, Williams is probably the most corrupt of all officials here. Alright, we have a bit of an interesting matchup this one here, considering it's very early in the AD Invitational tournament. This is the tournament where basically different squads and different firms with certain selection parameters and certain challenges go against certain leagues. Each league has to build a team within the parameters, and then off they go, and off the races they are, with certain draft choices, sort draws, you name it. This is a bit of a weird matchup here in Weird 1. Nurgle got the Amazons. I'm serious, it's a strange one, alright. Now, the Amazons, let's be candid here, they have a huge advantage, especially at the lower draft. Well, once they actually start playing... Oh, look, and she bobbles it into a touchback. Don't you miss the old rule? Nope, she touched it. That's not a touchback. I missed that old fucking rule. Yeah, it's a very old rule. You have to go all the way back to, what was it, LAB 3? It used to be, no, if it bounced over and went into touchback, however, if one of the other players actually legitimately touched the ball before it went over, guess what? That's not a touchback. At least that's the way it was in the old days. Just like real fucking football, you know? But then they got wimpified, and now you're stuck with this one. It's like, look, all that effort, and you had an attempt and you failed. Guess what? You get a freebie for it there, which 100% helps the Amazons. Foul appearance going on there. Amazons, of course, people have actually pointed out here, time and time again here, huge advantage at the starting level. This is why in tournaments they're considered a tier 1 team. Despite the fact that as time goes on, they start to have problems. It's because they never get really any faster except for skill ups. They're all 6. Yes, fun fact. Blood Bowl 2020 does promise that will be rectified. Or rectaled. I'm not too sure which, but you know what? I'm not complaining. Here comes Cuddles. Cuddles, absolutely smartest move he can do. Moves in, and of course, his skill he was allowed to buy, an ordinary strength skill. Stand firm, which, believe it or not, is the best skill he can buy. If that's what he's allowed to buy. You know, basically first skill for strength, because get old Fluffy here, yes, the ship's cut. His idea is basically pin players down. So this is a very interesting matchup, having Nurgle versus Amazons. Amazons, of course, dodgy, but Nurgle is one of the few teams that can partially control this. However, there we are, getting on with those howevers there. Nurgle not exactly known for speed. Except for this little bastard, the Pestigore. He's got no speed, Nurgle. Nurgle has to just control the defense very carefully. And yes, that is far, far simpler than it sounds, and far more difficult than it sounds. Both statements are true. Alright, well, there's a fail right there. But don't worry, that's what the Amazons have lots and lots of fucking cheap rerolls for. No, I'm serious. That is also considered one of the Amazons' early big advantages here. Dirt cheap fucking rerolls. Makes the dodge reroll. Basically here, if you're basically waiting on the Amazons to roll a lot of 1 in 9s. However, as is noted, At Tier 1, huge advantage, they have not one but 4 players that start with Blodge. So unless your opponents somehow have tackle, that's it. The Amazons absolutely at the beginning levels and tiers have an enormous advantage here. Block on block, everyone falls down, and of course, AV7 never fucking fails.
Damn, I'm good.
No, I agree. This is always the biggest disappointment you have anytime you play an AV7 team. When you can't break fucking armor. Even on something like that here. So right now, Nurgle has to be very careful how he plays this here. The Nurgle coach basically has to be very creative where, especially Fluffy goes. Fluffy is a critical one. Fluffy minimum wants to always be anchoring 2, hopefully 3 players. Meanwhile, right now, Nurgle needs to readjust here, put a bit of a screen here, and just honestly slowly advance down. A successful Nurgle coach is not surprised when they win a game 1-0. I'm serious. That is a successful Nurgle coach's definition of high success. They win 1-0. If the score ever gets higher, you know something's gone a little whack job. Whether it's Nuffle or the coaches, you decide. And here come the Amazons, once again exploiting the advantage of, you got it, having not 1 but 4 fucking blodgers. Starting off with 4 players, have block and dodge, huge advantage. But we'll see what the Amazons do. As you said, the trade-off the Amazons have is they have no sure hands, that's why their touchback's such a fuck job. Tentacles! Oh, the hentai has kicked in here. Now, here's the problem. You don't want to be knocking players away. No, I'm sorry, you don't want to be doing this. You want to keep as many players tied up as possible by Fluffy here. In fact, optimally, you want Fluffy to be holding 2 players and there's no one else here. That's when Fluffy is maximum. Yes, I know it's a big guy, but on any Nurgle team... Alright, well, there's a weird one there, but that's because, well, basically we want to get a much better positioning.
Yeah,
I know, and then immediately fouls this one up here on a block that was just not needed, takes the down because they only got the 2 rerolls, decides to actually take it here. See the advantage 1-9, there's a removal right there. Now someone jizzed in it there. See, there's the biggest problem. Absolutely is the biggest problem. Got lucky. Doesn't regenerate. Biggest problem with the rod is there. And now Nurgle's down a player. Nurgle's already now got a bit of a problem here. Nurgle just did not come in with a very large squad, unfortunately. Well, it's 80 Invitational is the first round here. And you saw that. It was an easy casualty. And now the Amazons have easy peasy handling squeezy. See, this is the problem. You've got too many players clustered who don't need to be clustered. Good old Cuddles here needs to be doing more, and these players need to be free here. This has now allowed the Amazons to start moving. Makes the dodge, gets the dodge reroll, of course, there, and the Amazons are off and running. Easy hit there. That is the advantage of them having so much fucking block. However, it follows it up, and that's a bit of a mistake there. If Nurgle can buy a fucking reroll. Yeah, here we go. Once again, another double skulls. Big punch. It does flee up Cuddles, but Cuddles 1, 2, 3. Well, the problem is Cuddles needs to be here. And she's in the way. So this bastard needs to hit her there. Cuddles needs to go here, anchor these 2, and then the rest of the team needs to come around the curve. And this is already becoming a problem. Remember, Nurgle Warriors IG2. Alright, push me, push you. Maybe not the best move, but you know what? You take what you can get here. Yep, uses the GFI, goes around here, gets things plugged, and then of course the best score, of course, fucking fails.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, yes, exactly. Yeah, shut your mouth about it. The Amazons are getting it easy today. Amazon's a bit of a risk. They decided to mark Fluffy up because they can't, because this is where they're getting smart. They realized if they'd moved Fluffy first, Fluffy would be here pinning more players down. So they're going to risk it now, because so far they've seen Fluffy hasn't been too effective, and off they go. I'm serious. That basically is the Amazon plan here, and off and running they are. See, it is tricky about Nurgle. Nurgle, you think is basically this is going to become a whole speech today, isn't it? Nurgle basically is, in its essence, you think it's a Chaos team, it's not. There goes another one. Dear, oh dear.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's the problem with the Rodders. You think the Rodders are useful? Nope, they're basically useless. Remember, they all come with decay. Yeah, movement 5, AG3, armor 8, but unfortunately, so far, as you can see, the Rodders are just breaking far more. The Amazons are. The Amazons haven't even taken a stun. Let alone anything else for that matter. Big solid hit. It's the blodger. And of course, fucking nothing. See, this is where your frustration level starts getting higher and higher. When this happens, you need to break the fucking armor. Alright, we're going to waste a reroll on this now, are we? Yes, we are. No, seriously, this is a wasted reroll. There's no point here. It's turn 6. The Amazons are clear. You can't stop the drive. Why keep pushing? Why waste the reroll? Again, reroll management, very important. But Nurgle has never been an easy team to play there. It never has. Nurgle always takes very cold, calculating play. You can't be aggressive with them. I know some coaches take advantage of the mutations and everything else, and they make it a kill team. This was not what Nurgle was designed to do. Alright? Very simple. And if Fluffy is starting to throw blocks, you know how your day's gone. And if Fluffy can't break fucking armor, you really know how your day's going. Remember, Fluffy has Mighty Blow and you can't even break armor 7. This is basically the Nurgle's day here. And the Amazons, smartly, are gonna stall. Yes, I know it sounds cynical, but absolutely that is the smartest move. See, there's a stun right there, easy enough.
Stab, stab, stab.
And this just means now the Amazons can just further stall here. Well, there's nothing for it here. And the problem is, since you have a lack of Rodders, I get it, it's tough starting off a Nurgle team. First team really is an education of how they work here. Now the Amazons are starting to basically roughshod your entire team. Boy, wouldn't it be nice? Now it's like you're going to have to start focusing the block on the ones who don't have block. I'm serious. This is what you need to stop doing. Try and get a removal somehow. And of course, it's a defender stumbles. So, fucking nothing. Are you starting to realise I'm channeling the frustration of the poor coach here? Nurgle, first half, it's just not happening here. But it's a lesson learned here. Amazons, I do agree, they've played a solid run. They've taken advantage of a bit of poor dice rolls here. And they've exploited a bit of poor positioning. But it's a learning curve, gents. It's always a learning curve. Alright, wait up. There it is. Really stupid. Finally, Fluffy's been having a great game. Just hasn't broken anything except for the odd stun. Oh well, Amazons, it's an easy score. No effort made. And they're on the board 1-0. Well, that's what happens with Amazons. It really does. Sometimes you just gotta get it certain cruise control. Like I said, Amazons absolutely a fantastic team to start off with. It's why in tournaments and enough they are tier fucking 1. So right now in this tournament, already you're facing a tier 1 team. Nurgle is lucky they're tier 2. They really are a poor team to start with. However, as the tournament goes on, if you learn your positioning, learn your skilling, depending on what happens here, the Amazons slowly drop from tier 1 down to tier 2 and almost hit tier 3 later on at the highest levels. Almost. At least they have general and block. Ah, there's of course a beautiful wind. Well, it means Nurgle has no hope whatsoever of actually tying this one up here. So, what does Nurgle need to do? Nurgle needs to hit something and break something. And so far, you're seeing how fucking well that's working. Another attempt. Finally, a pal. Can we have some fucking reward? About fucking time.
Thanks for standing still, wanker.
Look, I'm saying it on behalf of the coach, alright there. It's been a bit frustrating. Finally, armor breaks, and Mabel, look at here. Chooses both down just to get a crack, and of course, fucking nothing.
Work.
Ah, well, so much for that fucking idea. Off the halftime we go here. The halftime score, the Amazons are leading right now 1-0. This halftime, of course, has been brought to you by Dorfade with the new stunty taste flavour. Because they're so heroic and manly. Dorfade. I know, the sarcastic is dripping on that one there. Oh, well, there we go. Back out here. Let's see if the second half is any better than the first one. Well, frankly, that is exactly what's going to be hoped for at this point here. Like, let's admit it, man. Like we said, honest confessional this time here. Amazons did play that sharpish, is the term for it. They saw how the half developed, made an adjustment, played it smart. There's nothing wrong with that. Nurgle, like I said, it's a tricky team. And right now, this is not fucking helping. They're down 2 players already, a KO, and of course, a cheeky injury. And why? Because they can't buy a fucking dice roll. They can't buy an armor break either. Oh, look, the KO came back. Of course it fucking did. Alright, here we go. Solid kick, and well, this is not helping either way. Well, at least she caught the ball here. Fun fact, in the early days, when racial traits were a thing with your Blood Bowl teams, guess which team was immune to sweltering heat? These ladies. No, I'm serious. You can roll sweltering heat. They ignored it. Everyone else had to roll. Amazons automatically ignored that. Yes, there has been some discussion that needs to be reintroduced back in. Certain racial traits, certain racial advantages. It's been debated. I think, quite frankly, how they do things right now is a lot better. Meanwhile, yeah, you can see this is how the game has gone. And Fluffy still can't fucking break armor.
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
Well, the Nurgle coach clearly cares, yeah, because this is Mighty Blow versus AV7. Just needs to roll a 7. The odds are actually highly in the favour of the armor fucking breaks, and look at the results. Nothing. This is where the problems are beginning. Granted, Fluffy normally shouldn't be throwing blocks. However, the way the game is going here, Nurgle's got no fucking choice. Nurgle needs to make something happen. So I get it. It might not be the smartest play, but it's what you gotta do. Amazons. Well, now they're going to take advantage of the situation. Solid It gets the takedown here. Yeah, they're going to try and collapse this down here. Amazons. Well, now they've got an advantage of players. So guess what the Amazons can start being? Cunts. Yep, you got it right. Right fucking cunts. They're going to start fouling. Again, I don't blame the coach for it. It's how the game is developing. Ooh! Oh, what happened? Did something go wrong?
I will hunt you down wherever you're hiding, and I will eliminate you. I am justice.
Yep, finally something went wrong. Yep, rolled horrible. However, all they did was stun, so yes, once again, and there's another stun, but still not good enough.
It needs to be about 20% cooler.
Well, that again is right now Nurgle's biggest problem. Yeah, now they're finally breaking armor, but it's not doing anything to put something in the casualty box. Nothing's happening. So right now, the full advantage is still to the Amazons here. Alright, Nurgle. Well, capitalizing on the for once things going right, and I will admit, Amazons could have re-rolled that. Smart thinking. Didn't use the re-roll. That is re-roll management. Absolutely fucking brilliant there. I'm allowed to give a compliment, alright? Alright, push me, push you, kids. That's what the Amazons have realised. We can surf this little fucker. And that is brilliant. Push me, push you. One more moves over. Give blows him a kiss. And there he goes. Bye, son. Bye. How you feeling? Kind of rotten. Oh, dear. Oh, that Amazon training all year has been paying off. This was the tournament they were waiting for. I think Amazons are a fun team to play there. But again, like I said, the frustration with Amazons is They're all movement 6. Like we said, we missed the unicorn for crying out loud. Fun fact, that's where horns came from. And also the no-hand skill. You look it up, there's some weird history of Blood Bowl, there really is. It hasn't gone away either. Alright, well, Nurgle, readjusting here. I hate to say it right now, the smartest thing Nurgle can do is somehow play for the tie. Because Nurgle, build Bexley speed, no. Meanwhile, solid fudge. Hooray!
Round 1. Fight!
And as you guessed it, that's right, it's only a fucking stun. Fluffy gets into a good position there. That is a good possession of the hentai tentacles. And the ball carrier, we're going potato now. We are going 100, but why are we going potato?
Run, bitch! Run!
No, I'm serious. Why are we going potato? What's the purpose? If you score quick, well then the Amazons have how many turns to score? Is it frustration time? Or, and this is possible, Nurgle's still trying to play for the win. That's fine. Alright, maybe that's the thinking here. Still playing all out for the win. And to win, Nurgle needs to score early and then steal the ball. They'd like to get a KO back. Hell, they'd like to put something in here that actually fucking stays here and doesn't just do a makeup and come back on again. Speaking of, easily makes the dodge going in. Right, into a fist.
Thanks for standing still, wanker.
Well, gets the re-roll. Smartly done, gets the push. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go. Alright, Nurgle can score. Question is, should they? Oh, there it is! That's what we've been waiting for, a 1 in 9. But of course, it's only a stun.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Again, maybe not surprised. It's so far, it's been the nature of this game here. Like, we can ask, you know, the Nurgle coach how they've been feeling about how things have been going. And frankly, that sums it up right there. It really does. What else would you call it? And you can see immediately the game is already going further wrong here. There we go. Goes to the blitz. 2 dice. Remember, it is blodge. Doesn't work. But now, of course, you're all out and you're lonesome here. And God, you're really hoping this goes wrong. 2 dice. Does get the solid hit. Can we have a result? Nope. By this point, it should have been something at least. They've only had the 1 KO, and of course that recovered. And now easily fails the dodge. No surprise. Does not re-roll that because, well, quite frankly, it's the way the game's going here.
Okie dokie Loki.
Well, yeah, it is what it is, lads. It is what it is. Amazons, this should be easy. No, seriously, this should be easy to stop here. The potato play has definitely not been the right play, except trying to play for the win. Easy knockdown right here. Now it's easy to get 2 dice on the poor chap here. Step 1, mark it. Step 2, here's the easy dodge. Yep, there's the easy dodge.
Oh, you are a smart one. I understand now.
So easy, even she couldn't do it. Yep, there it is, the 1 in 9 we were talking about. Finally makes an appearance. And stops the Amazons cold on the play there. Big knockdown, yep, say it with me, no break whatsoever, of course not. Now, Nurgle, how do you feel about throwing blocks? You just want to score. They got 2 rerolls, but that leaves 4 turns for the Amazon to score. Yay! Finally, a removal. Yep, it's only a KO, so it's not going to stick for long. You know how this game's going. And remember, the Amazons still have reserves, so it's not really a concern. But there is the score. They are on the board at last, tied at 1. I will say this for the Sporters. They're definitely giving their all here for Nurgle. Alright, sweltering heat. Well, guess what? I only took out one, but remember, Nurgle's got no reserves, so that puts Nurgle down 3. Amazons actually lose 2 players. Funny enough, remember I was just talking about how in the old version, going way back, Amazons were immune. But this means the Amazons clearly have an advantage on this drive. It's going to be, let's see, what's the numbers there? 10 on 8? It's really, in this game, it's already come down to simple fact here. Nurgle's getting hits in, but they just can't fucking do anything. And of course the KO, as predicted, recovered. What the fuck's going on this time here? Oh dear.
Clench the butt cheeks.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Well, that just made the game a lot more fucking interesting. Problem is, Nurgle not a speed team. The Amazons can outrun them. Nurgle's going to have a really rough time on this one here. Now, admittedly, it turns the GFIs into a 1-2, so maybe that will be a factor. Or maybe not here. As you can see, Amazon's on the move here. Smart play so far. Like I said, the Amazon coach has been pretty sharp so far. So, credit where credit is due here. It is making Nurgle have to play top of game. But Nurgle's trying to play for the fucking win. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not going that way, is it? Because Nurgle's just not getting removals. Meanwhile, bit of cheekiness here. Charges in. Easily gets the power because, of course, she does. And charges in to mark these players. Now, Amazons moving more players over. And now the big moment of truth. And of course it works first fucking try. Because who needs fucking sure hands? I'm just venting for the poor Tazzy at this point here. Alright, here we go. Push me, push you. Yes, of course it is. And yeah, oh god, at this junction here, of course it's going to be a skull, followed by a skull, because what the fuck else would it be?
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
No, it's no surprise at this point here, lads. It's absolutely no surprise whatsoever there. The Amazons once again get bloody lucky. Again, we're back to the same bad luck Nurgle was having in the first half. And the Amazons, with no effort, get to start going in the score. And because of the blizzard, guess who can't pursue? You got it. Nurgle. Nurgle, solid hit here. But the only player probably could have pursued, well, he's down. Meanwhile, other players didn't even stand up. No, I'm serious. Nurgle's definitely off the game on this one. Yeah, well, it is what it is, lads. It is what it is. The only bright side is the Amazons haven't stopped fouling yet. Solid block, solid takedown. He even gets a nice little stun there.
I approve.
Well, it is only a stuns. Yeah, basically all we've seen is one foul appearance on turn 1. We've never seen it again. Go figure. The dice have certainly fallen one way here, and it's all going Amazons. The only time it's gone wrong was when they finally won in 9 to dodge, allowing Nurgle to score. That's been it, basically. Otherwise, yeah, the hilarity continues. They just cannot get any success. They can't even get a real armor break. We've seen Fluffy get block after block in, can't even fucking crack the armor. Well, desperation as desperate is, and yes, spending a reroll on it because, well, why the fuck else? And of course he stuns himself.
Brilliant!
Yeah, absolutely fucking brilliant here. You're just getting whoppeted, son. You're just getting whoppeted. The entire team's getting whoppeted. Oh, well, Amazons. Smart play. Let's stall it, because there's nothing nearby. And they're still holding 2 rerolls. So, yeah, Amazons. So, well, this is going to be a prance a lot, isn't it? Push me, push you here. Amazons just continue to move. Yeah, they can now actually egg on and get a couple of blocks here, because, you know, AV9, I hear that's vulnerable in this tournament. Push me, push you. Hey, look, didn't work. For once. I know, it's kind of like, you know, it's like that last game where AV7 was the worst team. Oh, there we go, cheeky foul. Why? Reasons. Did you get him? Nope, you failed.
Ooh, you suck.
Yeah, you definitely do. Oh, look at this. Then a green block. Just because he gets away with it on the reroll because reasons and tentacles. Alright, 10-16. All Nurgle can do right now is hopefully do something. Anything at this point here. And you can see what's happening here. Once again, AV7 can't break it. You have been witness this game. All you've seen is multiple stuns and 2 KOs, both that immediately recovered. Of course they did. Meanwhile, poor Cuddles here is just doing his best. The poor cat's just getting flustered. Yep, there it is. There's the foul. Did you get him? Yes!
They're all dead!
About fucking time. Oh, boo, Ed, boo. Yeah, unfortunately, Constable Ed, he's a fair referee. It's to be expected. Immediately ejects on that one there. It was a callous foul, we agree. And there's the score, and they're marching off to victory there, 2-1. Oh, well, that was it for that game there. 2-1. The Amazons from the TBBL will take the victory there on basically a cruise control game. Not much can be done about it. Sometimes Knuckle just picks a side, keeps to it for most of the game there. As for, Nurgle, it's back to the fucking drawing board. All right, now stay tuned there. We're going to be bringing you a second match here from the AD Invitational here. We just got to go get a beer after that one there. Stay tuned. We'll be back after the break. Nuffle, bless your dice.